Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Late Night Shenanigans with a capital U because it wouldn't be possible without you people. Normally, it's a quagmire. Not tonight. It's a quackmire. Y'all having a good one? Mike couldn't be having a chat tonight or here. He's got things going on. I sent out about 20 links and nobody responded or showed up. So as of right now, it's just old gear here. And I'll post a link out here once again if anybody wants to hop on. It's a holiday weekend. Somebody told me that earlier. I guess it's Easter weekend. How about that? I'm sure everybody's got their Easter stuff they're doing. And we'll be doing this weekend, tomorrow, Sunday. So that's cool. But old Gear thought he'd throw up a chat and see how it goes. Y'all having a good one? Hope you are. But I didn't really have anything to chat about yet. We had a garden update. Garden update. Gears garden. We had a couple nights that got below freezing. I took the tomatoes in the shed and I put a cabbage or bok choy. I'd have to look up my what it was in the shed to protect them, and I believe they was protected. Next Thursday, they hook up your high-speed internet. That'll be nice. There'll be. Hopefully it works out for you and is actually high speed. But, hey, Darnell. But yeah, I believe the tomato plants and the other plants made it. Another day or two, we'll be able to tell more, but pretty sure they made it. We got below freezing, but there wasn't any frost, which was kind of weird. So I thought it would still. At least one morning, I woke up. Thursday morning, I woke up about 5 o'clock. Had to take care of business, but apologize. But I looked outside and it wasn't frosty, so it appears the flowers flowers. There's flowers y'all ain't seen yet, and more flowers, and more flowers. It appears they all made it. Again, we'll be able to tell more in a day or two. Sometimes it looks like something made it, and 2 days later, it's boom, over dead. Yep, that's update for Gears Garden. Woohoo, ain't frosty. Oh, yeah. Glad it wasn't frosty, but our last frost day is, I wanted to say it's April 15th. They always say never plant until after Easter, but I like to roll the dice and gamble. Sometimes it pays off. Most of the time it don't, but sometimes it does, so I'm a gambling man. I'm a fool for some dice, I am. Alright, I'll quit singing. Got 3 damn groundhogs waiting for the kids to not be around, then I'm gonna get them. Why, yeah, I'd shoot them and roast them over the fire. Jane All Zero has a video doing that, I believe so. At least he used to. Here, groundhog, some good eating. But our weather for the next 10 days, the last I seen, was supposed to, for the lows, well above freezing, so I ain't worried too much about frost or freezing anymore. But, I mean, there's always that chance. We've had snow in May down here before, but that's been years ago. Knock on wood, or I guess wood. I don't know, that might be wood. This desk is about 20 years old, 22. It's a pretty old desk. Been around for a long time. Second generation. Hey Gear, hi all. I am beat. First outing since surgery, had to get essentials. I love y'all. Heading to bed. Right on, Oli. Get you some rest and have a good and sweet dreams. But yep, rest up and take her easy. Don't be trying to overdo it over there. But yep, work, garden. That's what I do. Did I hear you right? Snow in May? Better quit that ugly talk. I ain't got time for snow in May. I'll be busy fishing. Why you waiting until May to be fishing? Fishing's been good right now, from what I've heard. I know some people that went spoonbill hunting, or spoonbill, however you say it. They got other names too, but they limited it out, and yeah. Crappie been good from what I heard. I don't really crappie fish. Don't really have the place to crappie fish. Rock bass, sand bass, goggle eye, whatever you want to call them, have been doing biting pretty good, but that's about year round. Building a carport and got 12 years, 12 trees that need to be cut up. Right on, gunpowder. That one you showed in your last video ought to be fun cutting up. What kind of carport are you building? Building it out of wood and tin, or are you putting a carport together? Or... I don't know, Willie. I need to trim some limbs around here sometime. I've been planning on waiting until the leaves are on. That way the limbs hang down, they're easier to reach. Some people call it lazy. I call it smart thinking. But gonna have to do some weed eating here in a couple of days. Weeded it down to the ground. So a week later it can pop right back up and double in size. Yeah. Yep. I mean, plenty of wood for some bonfires though. Building a carport out of oak wood with a tin roof, all hand making. Sounds good. Single carport or double carport? Your arse is sore? That sounds like a personal problem. Oh, double carport, awesome. My back is sore. I'm ready for Sunday evening about this time. Off on Monday and Tuesday. Buick and right on. Right on, prep for it. No fancy carport here. We welcome the hell. Beat the hell out of our vehicle. Ain't that what insurance is for? Well, we don't want any hell. Hell no. We had hell wasn't it about this time last year? Destroyed the garden? Maybe it was about a week before Easter last year, but yeah, I remember that. Oh, do I remember that? Up and down a ladder holding 8-foot oak boards to be drilled in is way more work than a bargain. Yeah, I agree with you. China owns Volvo now. I didn't know Ford owned Volvo. Oops. Can't be a Ford person if I didn't know that. Don't tell anyone. Daughter said her 13-month-old was choking on some chicken. If anyone wants to hop on the panel, feel free. Drop the link in there once again. Oh, and if any of you all go fishing and you haven't got your fishing license yet, at least in my state, you can get your fishing license online. But if you go somewhere to get your fishing license, before you step up to that counter, have your ID out and ready. You hear me? Every time you get your fishing license, you need that conservation card or that ID. Alright, I won't go into a big rant. But, yeah, I don't. Glad it was you holding the boards, hammering the boards. Yeah, me, I'm okay. I got wore out drilling a couple of fence posts into the ground whenever I set up the trellis for the garden. Just ain't got the muscles I used to have. But yep. Right on, Gunpowder Beauty. It's good to have the app. Always tell people if you have a printer at home, I would if you got a fancy printer, connect your phone to your printer and go ahead and print out a paper copy and put it in your glove box just in case something ever happens to your phone. Game wardens can look you up by your conservation number or social security number, but if they have to do that, if they can get you for any fines, they're going to get you for it. At least around here, anyways. And it's a fisherman's responsibility to make sure they have a fishing license. In any water you're fishing, it's a fisherman's responsibility to know the rules and regulations of that water. So, yep. Trying to find lattice fence cheap so I can have it on one side of the carport. Right on. I'm wanting to think lattice. Last time I priced it, I'm wanting to say it was probably like $35 a panel, maybe $40. But that's been a while ago. Got to put some new lattice around the porch sometime and get under there and cut out some vines and maybe put some weed barrier under there. But that's somewhere down the road. Not today and probably not tomorrow, but somewhere down the road. Right on. I mean, for Missouri resident, it's $12 for the year. So if you're a Missouri resident, it's very affordable. Right on, Oily. That's awesome. Wish I had some raised beds. I'd like to have one where the garden is now, and then behind that by the old parking spot back there, I'd like to have 2 or 3 more raised beds, but we rent here, so I don't want to do anything to I don't know what word I'm looking for. But, I mean, we don't have any plans of moving. But if we ever found the right place or one in our price range, then let's go. But I'm sure we'll be here for a while. Now, if we was buying the place, I'd already have raised beds out there, and I'd probably have some of these trees chopped down, and I like to get rid of a bunch of trees in the backyard, but they're not mine to get rid of. Right on, HRM. Well, here, you don't need a fishing license here in Missouri until you're 16 years old. So 15 and under don't need a fishing license. Now, if you're going for like special fish like a trout, you would need a trout permit to be able to keep them. Chose to wait on your big greenhouse? Right on, Wooly. Well, if you have the greenhouse in mind of what you plan on doing, if you're going to have the raised beds inside the greenhouse, you might want to keep that in mind on how you're going to line up the raised beds. That's nice, Gunpowder Beauty. That's nice. The best wood for raised beds is pine, I believe, because pine is going to last so much longer. However, oak, you should be able to get some good years out of it. Really depends on what it is and how thick it is. Well, nothing wrong with a heavy duty raised bed. Yep, gotta get that angulation right. Know what the sun's doing in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. Right on, Willie. That's cool. I don't know if y'all watch him or not. Arms Family Homestead. He's got it's actually a high tunnel, not a greenhouse. But he's got raised beds in there, and then he's got a section that's ground. You can grow in the ground. That's kind of what I'd like to do one day. But right on, Gerald B. In Missouri, resident fishing license is $12 for the year, and the trout permit to keep trout out of river stocklet trout. Trout are grown in hatcheries in Missouri and then stocked in different streams. That's $10. So for your fishing license and your trout permit is $22 here in Missouri, and that's a pretty good deal around here. You go to other states, like around the Great Lakes area, and they got a regular license, a trout license, some other kind of license from what customers tell me that come up from that area. The ones you ordered are metal. I'm looking forward to seeing them once you get them put up and get them going. But sorry about that. Someone was walking through, and I had to get me a drink. Um. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. One sec. Or not. But yeah, I don't really have much to talk about. Thought I'd throw up a chat in case anyone wanted to come by and chat. Um, I don't know. Don't know if Amanda is in Oregon, however you say it, yet or not. Thought she would do some little videos, but maybe she's saving it for later. What all have you planted so far, Gear? Um, everything. And when I mean everything, everything. Not just a little bit, everything. No, I've got onions. I bought I can't even think of what the pack is called. It's from Walmart. There by like the flowers and potatoes. It's got the three different kinds: the yellow, the sweet, the purple, whatever they're called. Onions. I planted those in the swimming pool that I have. I've got Hilton Chinese cabbage, two kinds of bok choy, snow peas, all those in breakfast, and cherry bell radish. All those I planted from seed or bulb for the onions, and the snow peas are about 4 inches or so. I'm hoping we have a mild spring. I mean, I like warm weather, but I want some snow peas. I didn't get some snow peas last year because of this hailstorm. And the tomato plants, I've got marigolds. Marigolds. Gotta have marigolds. Got some marigolds. Bought them as plants, starts, or whatever you want to call them, transfers. Um, then I've got tomatoes. I've got one, two, like 6 sweet 100 cherry tomato plants. I've got a beef master tomato, a purple Cherokee tomato, a Timmy G grape tomato, and I think I have two husky cherry tomatoes or husky red cherry tomatoes. So I've got I'd have to write it down, but cherry tomatoes is my main tomato. That's what we eat a lot of, and sister-in-law likes a bunch of cherry tomatoes, but I like some big old slicers for bologna sandwich, tomato sandwich, fresh Well, not fresh, but hamburgers. And might have a couple of cats in the garden. And a dog. Not that would ruin the food. Oh, but yeah, she's got a bunch of flowers, calabrosias, marigolds, geraniums, tulips. She's got some kind of like rose bush flower, but it's like flowery rose bushes. She's got one called Amazing Grace. I don't. She's got a lot going on. Um, she probably don't even remember the names of them now. But yeah, those nice days just make you want to go buy flowers and plant flowers. You go look at them and you buy them, and then you get home and it's like, oh, now I have to plant these flowers. But what I do, especially with the flowers, is the old potting soil that was in there, the spent potting soil they call it. I like to put it in a tub and put fresh potting soil in there, and then add a little bit of peat in there, peat moss, cats. Stir it around, put it back in buckets, put the flowers in there, and flowers don't need a whole lot of fertilization, whatever they tell you. I mean, if you're wanting big old bushy flowers and like come cut and come again, you may want to use fertilizer, but we use Miracle Grow potting soil. Um, yeah. Oh, can't forget about the petunias. And did I say marigolds? I bought a mini greenhouse so I can hang and adjust my grow lights from them. If I feel up to it, I will put that up tomorrow. Right on, Ollie. That'll be nice to have, but don't overdo it. Hear me? Cherry tomatoes. Yes, Gunpowder Beauty. The like $5 container of cherry tomatoes. Well, maybe they're under $5, like $4. But the youngest kid can sit and eat those one sitting, but most of the time 2 or 3. Rarely 3 times. I don't know, Ollie. We had thought about getting some hummingbird feeders. We talked about it a little bit, and I said I'd have to get some sometime, and that was about the end of it. But I don't I don't know. That's another thing to feed. We got 2 cats, dogs, and I feed the birds. That's enough animal expense. Hummingbirds, just some sugar water. Yeah, but you got to change it out at least every other day, if not every other or every day, or it goes bad, I guess, and can make the hummingbird sick. So it'd be cool to have hummingbirds around here. When I worked at a golf course years ago, they had a snack shack out in the middle of it, and the little old lady that worked there made sure certain flowers were planted for hummingbirds, and she had feeders out. The migration north or back south, either one, you could be eating lunch out there, and it was common to see at least 30 to 50 of them at a time. So there was quite a bit of them. It was pretty cool. But you got some that would fly right in front of you while you was eating. So it was kind of scary with something with that long of a beak right there buzzing by your face, but right on, Oli. I don't know the pain you went through. I've never been through that myself, but the my sister-in-law recently had to have her gallbladder taken out and had to have something down her throat to take out a gallstone that way too. And she said it was a lot of pain, and for her to say that it was a lot of pain, it had to be a lot of pain. She complained about she thought it was her like side or back for like a week before she finally woke up and it was in a lot of pain and went to the hospital. So she went thinking she was having back problems and was going to try to get something for the pain, but they checked her out and they said much longer her gallbladder might have collapsed or busted or whatever it does and went septic. So I guess it was pretty bad. Composted cow poop and chicken poop tea in our garden, right on, Gerald B. That's some good shit. Pardon my language. Yeah. I remember years ago as a kid we had rabbits, like 30, 40 rabbits at a time, and we would take shovels and scoop the poop up and sling it across the yard, or we would put it in 5-gallon buckets and carry it to Dad's tomato garden. So, Dad grew a lot of tomatoes when I was a little kid. I wish I would have been more interested in the garden and paid attention. I remember picking tomatoes, pick tomatoes, pick tomatoes, pick tomatoes, pick tomatoes. Sometimes it seemed like it would never end. But he traded tomatoes with people he worked with for turnips, cucumbers, all types of stuff. But bought a container of the water beads and let them soak in what? Oh, in water. Till they expanded and mixed it with dirt for the potted plants. Right on, Gunpowder Beauty. I've seen those water beads, but I haven't ever tried them. So let us know how they do. If you cats are gonna fight, fight where I can see you. Right on, Drill B. Hope your ankle, foot, whatever, down yonder, hope all that's doing good. Yep. Always better to take her easy, be safe than sorry. Farrell? Hey, Farrell B. Sorry, Gerald B. Hey, Sandy's Passions. You having a good one? I'm not addicted to Lowe's. Lowe's is addicted to my money. Speaking of Lowe's, do you have a My Lowe's card? I don't know what good it is, but they always ask, so I finally got one. Guess I should ask what it's for. But speaking of Lowe's, also, they need to hire some more people. Supposedly, people don't want to work. And the last time I was there in the gardening section, there's this old man, and when I say old man, probably I want to say late 70s, 80s, waiting for someone to load his stuff up. And I guess they'd been waiting for like 20 minutes. Well, I kind of went on about my shopping a little bit, kind of looking over every once in a while. Waited probably another 5 minutes or so because someone was supposed to be on the way to help. But I look over and this old man starts trying to put it up in his truck, and I go over there and ask him if he'd like for me to load it up for him. He's like, "Do you work here?" I said, "No, but I'm not gonna let you load it yourself." And after I loaded it up, I told him hopefully he's got a neighbor kid or grandkids to help him unload it. Told him he don't need to be unloading it by himself. But he tried to give me $5. I told him to take his old lady out. Well, I didn't say old lady. I said take your young lady out, get you some ice cream. So, and I walked away before he could try to get me to take it again. But I should have volunteered the first time I seen that he was waiting on someone, but it's the employee's job there to help do that. So I was going to wait a few minutes, but once I seen the old man trying to load it, I ain't going to let him do that. I'm going to go load it for him. I'd hope if my grandpa needed help, someone would help him. So, which my grandpa wouldn't ask for help. I know he might now. He's getting up there. Okay. Terminated shopping at Walmart and Lowe's 25 years ago, right on HRM. Got 2 Home Depot credit cards. Lowe's the closest in Farmington. I don't want to drive that far. Right on Gunpowder Beauty. Lowe's is what's here in town. The closest Home Depot is probably 40 miles from here. In that town, they have a Lowe's and a Home Depot. But here in town, we just have I think there's another lumber place, and I think there might be a Meeks Lumber too. But I don't go to those places because I don't need any lumber right now. anytime I do need lumber, I usually get on the old Facebook and try to find something someone's going to throw away. I avoid Walmart as much as possible. Right on, Sandy. When I go into Walmart, it's got my card at 90 miles an hour and there to get what I need to get and get out. I don't go to Walmart to visit or piddle around like some people do. I usually don't even make a list unless I need something that I don't normally get. I'm kind of repetitive in my shopping. Or I'll get some stuff and then I'll make meals out of it. I don't pre-plan meals. I mean, I get a big old, let's say I get a big old thing of chicken breast and let's say I have taters and carrots. Well, I can make chicken breast roast, fried chicken, bake some chicken, but I don't. Good to hear your wife is doing good, Gerald B. Right on, Gunpowder Beauty. I wish I lived that far away from businesses. Like to live out in the country, hear the whippoorwills and the frogs. But right now, I guess I should be thankful I got a roof over my head. I don't know, Willie. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, right now, we both work seasonal jobs and we're laid off in the winter. So right now, I pretty much get TV dinners for our lunches, $2.50 a piece. I could make our own lunches, and it would cost $1.50 a day. But I would have to do all that cooking, all that time. So $2.50 for TV dinners. It's better than eating out for lunch, I guess. But yeah, in the wintertime, I cook almost every single day. If it's up to her, on her days off, she'd go out to eat. Me, on my days off, well, I don't mind going out to eat every once in a while, but I want a good home cooked meal. If I want a good home cooked meal, I gotta cook it. I'm thinking, I don't know, Monday or Tuesday, I'm thinking some grilling sounds good. Some big old thick, thick, either pork chops or even some pork steaks. Sounds good to me, but I'm not for sure. Might just do brats and hots. Ain't that, ain't nothing wrong with brats and hots. Oh man, leaning over on this arm and this hand went to sleep, or trying to go to sleep. Any of y'all have dry skin? Hope you don't. It's a pain. Right on, Sandy. Right on, HRM. I don't play the guitar though. Wish I could, but I can't or don't. Probably could learn if I really wanted to learn, but I can play the banjo. Let me look at my number. Now sing it with me now. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away. Oh, you want a different song? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. No. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How? I messed that up. Yep, Gunpowder Beauty. I can't even think of the tunes I had memorized now. Y'all put me on the spot. These cats are gonna sleep good tonight, one way or another. Right on, Gerald B. One of those sounds good right now. Oh, hopefully you it heals up good and all that, and back to normal walking soon. It'd be nice to live in Tennessee, the rolling hills of Tennessee. Where is that? Is that before Nashville? After Nashville? Somewhere around Nashville, got some nice, just rolling green hills. Oh man. Speaking of Nashville, hey Diet Cola, you having a good one? What was I gonna say? Anyone watch American Idol out there? Anybody watch American Idol? I can't believe the old country boy, 17-year-old country boy, didn't make it to the top 24. Hey, Diet Cola.
Guess who?
Casey. And one of the Pussycats.
Yep.
Wingnut.
Wingnut?
Yeah, that would be Wingnut. Sunny's still in here?
No.
No.
She fucked off.
Yeah. Damn cat. Oh, there's Sunny on the stairwell.
Y'all having a good one?
Yeah, just having some beer and gonna do a hike tomorrow.
Whiskey, Coke.
Yeah, I'm having beer. He's having whiskey and Coke.
Gonna have a hungover hike in the morning.
Yeah.
That'll be the first one.
Make sure you take a roll of toilet paper in your hiking bag.
Oh yeah, I always bring toilet paper.
You're not drinking Natty Light, are you?
No, I'm drinking.
Honey,
Big Wave. Golden Ale.
Mm-hmm.
honey.
And I got a new camera to record the adventure with.
Um,
I actually bought it from him.
yeah.
It's his old camera.
I never use it anymore.
He's been offering it to you for months now.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'll use it. Now I just need to get a tripod for it.
Yeah. Tripod or anything you can find to hold it up.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit easier with the smaller cameras, but it's not impossible.
Oh, that camera's actually pretty lightweight, so I think it'll work.
Hey, bah means no.
Bah!
As Amanda would say, bah Right on. I don't really watch TV either. I just watch American Idol videos on YouTube whenever one of them catches my eye, and then it's like, well, I need to watch this one, I need to watch that one.
Tiny.
But
Shithead.
what hike are you doing tomorrow? If you don't mind saying.
Yeah, Wallace Falls.
Hopefully it's not packed like it was last. We tried to get in there last year, and it was just.
Yeah, you couldn't even get to the parking area. It was so full.
Oh, is this the one with the where people park on the side of the road and get in trouble?
That's Lime Kiln. But yeah, people park on the side of the road at this place when the parking lot gets filled up. But they actually have overflow parking. But Lime Kiln, that's like once the parking lot is full, no. Because I mean, people still park on the side of the road illegally and get in trouble for it because, I mean, even just small cars have a hard time getting through.
Yeah.
And so emergency vehicle, they're just going to be completely blocked. They can't get through the road.
Well, they could. That's what their big bumpers are for. Yeah, if I was a fireman or ambulance driver, I'd probably be fired pretty quick.
Well, firemen, there'd be a car parked in front of a fire hydrant. They'll bust the windows out of the car and run the hose right through.
They should, too. They should every single time, even if it's not necessary.
Yeah. Yeah, it probably wasn't necessary. They probably could have just ran the hose over the top of the car or up underneath it or something. But yeah.
Well,
teach those fuckers a lesson.
Yeah. Their lines have to be a certain
yeah, they can't have too much of a bend in them.
If they went over the car, I think it would decrease their water load or whatever.
Yeah, they can't have too much of a bend in them so that
kink their hoses.
They have full pressure.
Getting out first thing in the morning, or
I don't know, probably around 10. Try to get out of here at around 10.
Yeah.
I guess it's probably still a little bit cool up there, isn't it?
Yeah, in some areas. There's some hikes that we can't do yet because there's still too much snow.
Yeah. Have a good one. Prep for it. Thanks for coming by.
So you prep for it.
You want to do Pilchuck this year, don't you?
Yeah, I want to do Pilchuck again this year. We need to do that one soon, but well, I think we won't be able to do that one for like another couple of months because there's still a lot of snow up there, and the mountain itself just got more fresh snow.
Maybe it didn't stop us the first time.
Well, that was at the beginning of winter when we got the first
That was
snowfall.
in October.
Yeah, that was the first snowfall of the year that we saw for that one, and that it was just starting to snow when we got to the parking lot, and then we got about halfway up, and it started coming down a little bit heavier, and then there's like several inches on the ground by the time we got closer to the top, and stopped, ate lunch, and we had to eat lunch really quick because it was getting really freaking cold because it was just snowing like crazy, and so we ate and got the hell out of there.
Sounds like a fun hike. Hopefully you had your winter jacket on.
Oh, some dumb shit was wearing shorts.
Yeah.
Hey, 2 ATVs.
What's up, 2 ATVs?
You having a good one?
Yeah. We're collabing.
Yeah.
And drinking.
Gonna wake up at noon tomorrow. Hey.
Hey, weren't we supposed to hike today? I don't know. Let's drink on it.
Hey, what's the channel name?
Hey.
You having a good one? But yeah, Mike DeLucia usually does Friday night chats, but he wasn't going to be able to do one tonight. I think he had a coyote hunt he was going on.
There's some areas that they need to do that up here because the coyotes are getting really bad and getting into shit. There's actually a bounty on them.
Is there?
Yeah.
I'm surprised the state of Washington lets you hunt them.
Well, central and eastern Washington, yeah, because I mean, ranchers that raise chickens and stuff like that. Hey, no matter what you do to secure the pens, the coyotes will get into them, and so there's actual bounties on them and stuff, and and then you can use the pelts for making stuff or whatever. Wing that! Quit that! Hey, quit! Fucking cat.
Where I grew up, there's a farmer. His family hunts coyotes, and anytime someone would have coyote problems, they'd usually give him a call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Western Washington, though. Yeah, we got a lot of coyotes around here, too, but we got the bleeding heart liberals that go crying about it and stuff. And then they're raising chickens, too, themselves, and then the coyotes get into their chickens and kill them all, and they're like, oh, my God, how could this possibly happen? I secured my pen. Doesn't matter. The only way you're going to secure your pen in a way that the coyotes ain't going to get to your chickens is if you build a concrete fucking wall all the way around it.
Yeah.
And then the coyotes might just dig underneath it. I need another beer. I'll be right back.
Then some of them decide that all the coyotes need to die. But then you still have some of them that defend the coyotes.
And same goes with the wolves. Like there's wolves in Montana that aren't native to Montana, and they want to get rid of them. But then they have the liberals that are like, oh, I must protect them. I think it's save the wolves. They're so beautiful. That bullshit. Fuck you.
All right.
Well, what they end up wanting to do is trap and relocate them, and that doesn't work because you trap it and then relocate it, still finds its way back. Those coyotes and wolves will still find their way back to the same area. They're really good at that. They know how to do it.
2ATV says coyote problem, always call the Roadrunner.
I had a coyote with my car, but if it didn't do any damage or anything, but if it wasn't a risk to do any damage or anything like that, I'd hit those motherfuckers on purpose. I'd see a coyote go.
I wouldn't hit it on purpose. It's just because I don't want to cause any damage to my vehicle.
I make it like an accident. I just like, oops, am I supposed to hit the pedal in the middle for that instead of the one on the right?
Anytime something jumps out in front of me on the road, I just let off the gas. If I hit it, I hit it. I ain't gonna jam on my brakes or hit the ditch or...
They did pass something here in Washington State where if you hit a deer, you can go ahead and claim it. I mean, yeah, you're going to have some bruised meat in there, so you just cut that out and leave that out in the wilderness somewhere for the wild animals to scavenge. But you can claim it and eat it. You just got to let the game warden know, and he'll come out and log it, and there you go. You get a whole bunch of deer meat. Although you got to fix your vehicle, but at least you got some food out of it.
Most of the times around here, by the time the game warden shows up, the deer's ruined. So what most people will do is, if they want to save what deer meat they can, they just load it up and go on.
Mm-hmm. Well, all you got to do is just let the game warden know. And I think he can actually just show up at your house to take a look and log it, make sure that you actually accidentally hit it with your car instead of just shooting it, like poaching it or something. I mean, you still, like, if you have a gun handy, then you still go ahead and shoot it just to put it out of its misery. And they'll be able to look and see that it was badly injured and that you're just putting it out of its misery, and then you can just go ahead and claim it. And you got yourself some food.
One time years ago, my dad called the game warden. He knew the game warden. Most of my family knew the game warden. Some better than the others through court, but...
Oh, shit.
But he told my dad the deer was still kicking around. And my dad was like, well, I'm going to cut its throat or shoot it. And the game warden was like, don't do anything till I get there. Dad said, this deer ain't suffering till you get here, and hung up the phone. So waited about another 30 minutes and he never showed up. Sheriff came by, well, one of the deputies, and he was like, well, I wouldn't even wasted time calling him. So Dad called him back and said a deputy stopped by and picked up the deer. Really, we did, but he didn't need to know that we took it home. But the front half of the deer was still good, as the back half that got hit. It
go through your video image settings on StreamYard. See if you can get it so that we can actually see both of us. There we go.
Glad you mentioned that.
Shut the fuck up, 2ATVs. Get your fat ass in here. Yeah, you can have my drink.
Yeah,
right on an HRM.
She's 21 in cat years.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
Oh, cat years. Cat years.
Cat year.
I'm thinking human years. I'm thinking, wow, 21's old. What is 21? That's 3 years in human years?
Yeah, something like that. She's around
Somewhere there about.
And has mental problems, which I can fully understand her having mental problems with the kind of family that she was with before.
What are you doing, Junior?
From holy shit, those people were just terrible people.
Taking a bath? Huh? Okay.
So Daryl just got out of the shower and he's walking around naked. I can't do that anymore. I have a roommate. that's what sucks having a roommate now. I can't walk around my house butt naked anymore.
Casey move in?
No, I have another roommate that that's here in town.
Oh.
Yeah, my car's in the shop, and I had to take my dad's car up here
because he doesn't have a new car yet.
When are you supposed to be getting it, or do you have a date, or?
They're saying around August. No, not August. That's April 18th.
Oh yeah.
So
that's for the new car.
Yeah, that's the new car. My car was supposed to be ready today, but it got delayed, so it's probably not going to be until like Monday or something until I get it back.
What was wrong with it, or do you know?
Timing chain. Basically, the timing chain is just worn. The guides are broken, and it needs a new tensioner. So the whole thing. I'm like.
At an idle, the thing sounded like a diesel.
Yeah, I put a video up a while back. It happened right when I got home, when I was just rolling in, and I could hear it. Like, that don't sound good. I could probably fix it. I could probably fix it myself, but just all this shit going on right now, I'm like, I really don't want to fuck with it. I'll just pay the $925 plus tax to have it fixed.
That's about as much as that car's worth.
I know it's probably that's if I was to trade it in, I'd probably only get about $500 for it.
But I mean, that'll be fixed, and that'll help resell it. Or if you keep it around and save miles on the new vehicle.
Yeah, if I'm going to sell it, I'm going to sell it with both wheels, with both my aftermarket wheels that I use for the regular tires and my stock wheels that I use for my winter tires. I'm basically going to sell both sets with the car.
QATV says, trying to get my roommate excited, but it's not working. Oh. I ain't got nothing to say to that.
Well, there's like a delay with the chat. Oh, meow.
Sunny.
Meow.
Jenny. Jenny. Jenny.
Fuck you. Oh. Come here.
Looks like a troublemaker.
Yeah, this one's like 7 or 8 years old now. Well, I guess I didn't.
Is the one cat still around?
Huh?
Said it's the one cat still around, the one that inside, outside?
Oh yeah.
I saw him out back earlier.
Yeah, he's still around. He doesn't come in anymore so much because the roommate. And it took me 1.5 years to get him to warm up to me. So,
did you just get a roommate?
Yeah,
No.
About 2 weeks ago.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, it's supposed to be temporary until she finds a better place.
So were you searching?
Did you tell her?
No, I wasn't searching for a roommate. She just asked me for help because they were shutting down her house.
Did you tell her it's a cat's house? If you don't like cats, don't come.
Oh yeah, I told her I have cats. She doesn't care. So, and she's gonna help with the internet bill and stuff like that. So I'll have that for a little while. But yeah, other than that, I'm not fond of roommates. It's a pain in the ass.
I don't think I could ever have any roommates.
I mean, my bathroom's been flooded out twice, and the second time the bathroom got flooded out, the water leaked through the floor into the kitchen and flooded out the kitchen at the same time. Turn the water all the way off.
You kind of have to use both hands with that faucet.
And somebody decided to take a shower with the shower curtain on the outside of the tub instead of on the inside. And so all that excess water was going all over the floor, directly to the floor, and that's what flooded the bathroom the second time and ended up flooding the kitchen.
The new roommate?
Right below the bathroom.
The new roommate?
Yeah, her oldest son, decided for some reason he needed to take a shower while he was here, and for some reason the shower curtain had to be on the outside of the tub.
I'd be like, you got to go after you clean this up. Have a good one, HRM. Thanks for coming by. Have a good one.
See you, dude.
At first, I wasn't going to do a chat. Then I'm like, well, did I tell them last week that I would put one up? So I went ahead and put one up. First.
I thought he'd be doing one Sunday, but no, he had to be sick.
I'll be doing one this Sunday, I think.
I'll be going
Maybe.
home. I'll be going home then. I usually stay here till like Monday, but I have Dad's car. I don't want to keep it for too long.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't got anywhere to be, does he?
Well, actually, my dad's got to take one of our dogs to the vet on Monday, so. Gunda has this growth on her knee that's been getting bigger in size. And when the vet first looked at it, she said it really wasn't anything to worry about, but it's getting bigger and it's it's probably causing some pain for her. So
yeah,
we're just gonna hopefully have her surgically remove it.
Tell them take the old Ford.
Did you ever fix the light on that Ford?
What?
On the old Ford?
Oh, yeah, the taillights. Yeah, I did get the taillights working. The dash lights still don't work though.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I messed with it. I'll probably hopefully this summer I'll get it going good enough to try to do a highway drive on it and see how it does. I'm just paranoid of carbureted vehicles because usually, fuel injected, even though they're running bad, the computer system will still make sure that the system's going to run. But carburetor, since there's no actual pressure or anything, it basically fuel is delivered by vacuum, through with the Venturi effect.
Or it's sucking the fuel into the carburetor by a vacuum, and then the rest is all gravity.
But if it's something, if there's like one little clog, it's over. I don't know. It's got one of those Chinese carburetors from Amazon now. I'm thinking about just saying fucking stick a Holly on it or something.
Yeah, I probably would. Holly, Edelbrock, something like that.
Holly 350 or a 500?
Well, the engine's a 360, so it's probably something.
Is it a 4-barrel or a 2-barrel?
It's a 2-barrel.
Oh.
I probably wouldn't. I don't know if the 360 maybe could handle a 4-barrel.
Oh shit, it would handle a 4-barrel like it was nothing. The only thing is you'd have to put a different intake on it.
That, and you might have to
make sure you don't miss a gas station.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, keep an eye on the fuel gauge.
Well, that truck gets like 9 miles to the gallon, and a coworker I ride in with every now and then, because I've been carpooling with a coworker because one of the roads is closed. I have to take the long way around, so I just stop at her place and ride in the rest of the way with her on a couple of days a week. And she has I think a 2004 F-150 Lariat. I can't remember what engine it has, but she gets like 14, 15 miles a gallon to it. So things between 1975 and 2004, hasn't changed that much.
I remember that RV that we drove from Miami back up to here. Straight up 8 miles of the gallon, no matter what. Uphill, downhill, flat stretch, whatever. It was just a solid 8 miles of the gallon. It had the Ford Econoline. I think it was a 350 or something, and it had that V10 in it. It had plenty of power. Yeah, all kinds of get up and go and stuff. But yeah, just a straight up 8 miles of the gallon.
Oh, and I bet that was a good time.
Shit, my dad.
That was a fun drive, actually.
Probably been better if you would have had more time to stop more places. But
yeah.
No, my dad's car got like 40 miles to the gallon most of the way up here. It's nice. A Ford Focus, 2012 Ford Focus.
Nice.
My Dodge Dakota out on the highways, it'll get like right around between 20 and 25, depending on the conditions. City mileage, it'll really suck it down.
You remember that Dodge Dakota I was talking to you about? Been at least a month, maybe 2 months ago. But someone else bought it from the dealership, and It's been sitting at a garage for a couple of weeks. I'm thinking, I'm glad I didn't buy it.
Yeah. Probably transmission problems.
The Mercedes one that yours does.
Well,
I know. I got a Mercedes engine in my truck, and the transmission, they put an Allison transmission in it. A really big, beefy transmission in a little truck. It was like a special order Dodge Dakota Sport.
Nice.
And yeah, the rest of the Dodge Dakotas have like their standard whatever came from Fiat, but this is a big beefy Allison transmission, and made it to the really small 4.7 V8 Mercedes-Benz engine, which it's smaller than an 318, but it still has plenty of power. And I get halfway decent fuel mileage for it being a 4-wheel drive out on the highways. It's just a city mileage. I mean, you're going to suck it down quick. But luckily, going back and forth to work, it's all highway mileage. So, but it's got the towing package on it. So it's got the trailer brake module in it and stuff that was put in by the factory. Which I ended up unhooking that because I'm never going to tow a trailer that big. I have a trailer, but it's not that big. It's only 4 foot by 8 foot, the bed size, and then yeah. The only thing that sucks about my truck is that it's a 4-door, and well, I have plenty of cargo space in the back seat if I didn't have the speaker back there. But the bed on my truck is really small.
Yeah.
It makes it kind of hard to haul stuff. And I need another beer.
Speaking of 318, my dad had a Plymouth Satellite. He had a 318 and went through a Plymouth Satellite and a Dodge Diplomat with it. Same engine and transmission. The Satellite had rotted out around the back window and leaked, and a tie rod broke. And a friend had a Diplomat with a blown engine and transmission, former state police car. And when he got rid of the Diplomat, the engine and transmission had almost 300,000 miles on them and only used a quart of oil between changes, which was like 5,000 mile oil changes. And he said, my dad said the most he ever got out of a 383 or a 440 was 150,000 miles before something failed. So those 318s were damn bulletproof.
Oh, yeah, those 318s were one of the best engines they ever made.
Yeah, we went through 2 cars with the same fucking engine.
Yeah, those 318s and the 225 slant 6 were the 2 of the best engines ever made by Chrysler. Because they were so hard to kill. And, well, actually, all the rest of their engines back during that time were really good, too. I mean, my dad had a Roadrunner with a 440 in it. And, shit, he put about 250,000 miles on that thing. 440 with a 4-speed manual transmission. He put 250,000 miles on that thing before he sold it, and it was still running like brand new.
Nice.
And it would still do 175 miles an hour down the highway. Like it was nothing.
Right on, Gerald B. If they ain't loud, they ain't proud anyways, right? Slant 6 was the best. No power, but couldn't kill them. Well, that's what I was told. You couldn't kill them, 2 ATVs. You couldn't kill them. I killed 2 of them. One was kind of, well, okay, that's both my fault, but But I hauled a 4,000-pound Crown Victoria dirt track car on mine, automatic truck. I wish it was a standard, but automatic. I had to get up to like 80 miles an hour at the bottom of the hills to start to go up, and get at the top of these big old hills and be down to like 40 miles an hour. But I mean, it didn't have the power of V8, but it pulled that car around, pulled big old trucks that were stuck in ditches and mud holes out.
They had a lot of torque. They were really good with torque.
Yeah, I changed my oil. Well, anything of mine every 5,000. Her vehicles 3,000, 3,500. But
I've been going about like 12,000 on my Cobalt. I use full synthetic.
But yeah, makes me wish I had some of my old trucks.
Yeah, I had a 77 Plymouth Volare station wagon that was a lot of fun to drive. It had the slant six in it, and it was a 4-speed manual. The only thing I didn't like about it, it had no power steering. It was just a standard steering box. No power steering, never was set up for it or anything. And I was trying to drive that thing around Seattle. And with it being a clutch, made it even more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I had a 86.
Some of the Seattle streets, they are almost a cliff. They're so fucking steep.
Hurts my arms just thinking about driving without power steering again. Done enough of that back in the day. But I love that little Mazda truck. I was pretty mad whenever I got hit by a drunk driver. But I gave $650 for the truck. Ended up getting $2,000 cash from the guy's dad to keep him out of trouble. And then it ended up being his father-in-law's car, so I got $800 out of insurance. I could have fought it and got more, but I wasn't expecting anything from insurance. Then I took that $2,800 and bought a 90 F-150, 306-cylinder automatic 4-wheel drive.
Oh, that's another good engine that was made.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
That 300 straight six. That's another really good engine. Not much for horsepower, but a torque monster.
That's what I was talking about a little bit ago, pulling the Crown Vic with. I thought they was called Slant 6. But oil, you mean 710?
Yeah, the 710 cap.
Oh, you don't put antifreeze in the spot that says washer? Oh. Try to find that picture of that truck, but I think it's too far back in my pictures to find.
Wingnut.
No. Everyone playing musical instruments, I had to buy me a banjo.
There you go.
Little one-string guitar, they call them. Does anyone know this song? Oh, best $50 I ever spent. Thank you, Joe. Oh. I never did get out and go hiking this winter.
No.
Like I wanted to. I didn't.
How long ago was it that you went and did that hike around Tonka something or other?
Tonka State Park?
Yeah.
Let me click on, that was back before Christmas.
Ah.
We had to go to that town because she was meeting someone to buy some shirts. And I told her I'd ride with her or drive.
Mm-hmm.
I think I rode. But then I was like, hey, since we're in this town, let's go over here.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah. Then I didn't have my vehicle until I had to go back to work. So there wasn't any time to go after that. Right now I'm off 2 days a week, but that's kind of the last thing I want to do.
Yeah.
One day is my relaxed day, another day is my garden day.
Mm-hmm.
Shopping day. Run errands a day. I don't know. I don't. If it's up to me, I would just work 5 days instead of 6 days this summer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go Monday through Friday, so I have weekends off most of the time.
Yeah. They wanted me to work Mondays now. Pretty much told my manager, if I'm going to be forced to work 6 days a week, if I'm going to be miserable at my job, I might as well get a job here in town at a factory. Closer to home and make more money. Which I like my job now, I just don't want to do 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets to pick the amount of days they work, but I finally put my foot down. Might end up putting it in my mouth, but some days. 10 miles a gallon, nice there'll be. I don't know what kind of mileage my Lincoln LS gets. Not that great with me driving.
For fuck's sakes.
What the hell was that?
I have no idea what this is. They found it the other day, and I thought I'd thrown it away a couple of times, and Wingnet still somehow digs it out.
Do you do any kind of gardening, Casey?
I tried. The only thing that doesn't give a fuck about anything that's easy to grow is zucchini.
I don't.
Anything else is like, yeah.
Don't get enough sunlight, or too wet, or
I tried pepper, like jalapeno peppers, and it's like the peppers on the plant. I got peppers on the plant, and I tried eating one of them, and it just basically tasted like grass. There was no heat. It was no flavor, just like.
Yeah, peppers and stuff like that. You need to be in central and eastern Washington to grow those where there's actual heat, because they kind of want a little bit of a drier climate. When I was living in Ellensburg in central Washington, I was growing peppers. I basically had a salsa garden going. Peppers, bell peppers. Well, yeah, jalapeno peppers, bell peppers. I had what else? I had several different kinds of peppers and chilies and stuff like that. And then, of course, tomatoes. I had cherry tomatoes galore, super sweet 100s, beefsteak.
Can never have enough tomatoes.
I made some hellacious salsa. And then some of the peppers and chilies that I grew, I dried them and then crushed them up really good and stuff, and used it as like a pepper seasoning. And holy fuck, it was hot. Oh yeah, habaneros. One friend of mine, he got the bright idea to crush up the seeds of a habanero that I was drying. He crushed the seeds up and decided to try to snort them. Like, you're fucking stupid, dude. He's like, yeah, I know, but I want to try it. Okay.
I'll pass on that. Hottest pepper I do is jalapenos. Those are got enough spice for me.
But yeah, I mixed them up, crushed them and stuff like that, and used them on pizza and some soups, stuff like that, tacos, taco meat. Only took a little bit. For one whole pot of taco meat, just like a couple pinches of this stuff would do it, and it would bring the heat on.
Years ago, I grew one jalapeno plant in a 1 gallon container, and I would water it in the mornings and come home, and it would be almost totally dry. Leaves would be all droopy, and I'd go ahead and water it again. It'd come back to life before the night was over with. And I'm thinking, all right, this plant ain't going to do anything. Well, it filled up a 1 gallon freezer bag, and then half of that again.
Yeah, my plant kind of exploded like that too, but I was also fishing a lot at the time, so I was saving the fish guts, and I'd run them through a meat grinder and then mix them up with the potting soil and stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, all my plants were just exploding. So those Indians knew what they were doing. Holy shit.
I didn't eat very many, so I ended up giving most of them to my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
He sent me a message a couple days later. Man, those jalapenos got some heat to them. I said, do they? He said, yeah, jalapeno shouldn't be that hot. And he liked hot peppers, but he's one of those that'll eat 3 habaneros and he'll sweat and you can tell it's hurting him, but he'll be like, yeah, I'm fine.
High tolerance. I'll be right back.
One little bite of a habanero and I was done with it. Smoking grass. Smoking grass out behind the barn. Oh. Let's see if anyone can figure out what this is.
America, not so beautiful as long as Joe Biden is president.
My country 'tis thee. I messed up.
Same difference.
On this, I need to write my numbers a little bit darker on there. Got some of them memorized, but and everybody knows this one. Like, Mary had a little hymn.
So you bought that?
Can do. It's from cbgiddy.com, or you can buy it off Amazon. It's one string canjo, they call it.
Oh.
But yeah, I can't play a guitar. Well, I probably could if I took the time to actually learn, but
you just need to know 3 chords. That's it, and you can play hundreds of songs with those 3 chords.
CGD. Right on, Gerald B. $150.
Package of the Q-tips in there, using your key to clean your ears.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's funny. Like, I brought a fistful of Q-tips, and I see in the bathroom there's like 3 packages of Q-tips because you never have any Q-tips, and now you have a roommate. Now you have all kinds of Q-tips.
Yeah,
they're probably hers.
But I'm almost out of toilet paper.
Have a good one, two ATVs. And what's your name? What's your channel name?
See you, 2 ATVs.
Have a good one. If I had a roommate, I'd buy toilet paper and keep my toilet paper in my bedroom.
I might do that.
You buy your own TP, I buy my own.
Yeah, I may end up doing that.
The only way I could have a roommate is if there was like a basement or something and it had its own doorway.
Mm-hmm.
I've done the roommate thing with a friend, and he
liked to chase people around with his dick.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, you complain to me for not doing my part, but then you make messes and just leave them. It's like they came up this schedule for who cleans what each day, and it's like, and neither one of them did follow the schedule of who was cleaning what on what day. I'm like, whatever.
Oh, but they wanted you to follow it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I hate our boss made up a schedule of who's supposed to sweep, mop, and bag ice, and stock the cooler, and clean the bathrooms. It's like you can take that schedule and one person was whining that they always have to mop at closing time. Well, they work 3 days a week, so they're not always mopping. And if they're mopping those 3 days, it's because they skip everything else and go straight to that. It's funny, the ones that whine to bosses until schedules are made are the ones that actually do it least.
Hmm. I'm always mopping. Of course, I'm the only one in there cleaning.
Yeah.
What pisses me off is when I get done cleaning a floor and some asshole comes through with mud all over their boots and stuff, and they just go stomping around all over the place, everywhere where I just finished cleaning. So I end up having to do it all over again.
Yeah, we just mop at closing time or after we're closed. Some days we spot mop, some days we mop the whole floor.
Mm-hmm.
It takes about 10-15 minutes, one person mopping the whole floor.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I got a huge floor that I gotta do. It takes about 45 minutes. about 20 minutes to sweep it up, get all the loose dirt and stuff up off of there, and then another 45 minutes to mop it all.
Right on.
Or you get these idiots where I'm cleaning the bathroom and I have a big sign that sits like this high up off the floor. It's a 3-foot tall sign, bright yellow, and it says closed for cleaning. And it's sitting directly in front of the fucking door. And I'll be sitting there cleaning, and all of a sudden it's like, it feels like, you ever get that feeling that you're being watched? And I'll be cleaning, and I have that feeling somebody is looking at me. And I'll turn around. Sure as shit, there's somebody standing there in the doorway staring at me. And he finally just goes, is the bathroom closed?
Well, no shit. There's your sign.
No, the sign that says closed for cleaning is there for decorative purposes only. That's what I want to say. I'd probably get in trouble.
Fuck, I'd say it anyway.
I don't know. I've got to the point where, well, I don't tell the customers everything on my mind, but
yeah, sure, light a candle.
Yeah.
I farted, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard it. Felt good.
I bet. Farts always feel good.
Customer asked us what our store hours were the other night.
The Laffy Taffy of Air World. I have no idea what came. Farts are the Laffy Taffy of the Air World. I don't know where that came from.
Customer the other night asked what our hours was, and I told him. And then about 30 seconds later, he asked, "What was your hours again?" And we have our hours on our counter right here, or well, on at work. I pointed. I said, "Right here's all of our hours." He's like, "Well, don't you get paid to answer questions? Isn't that your job?"
You just answered
I said, "I answered your question. Our hours are right here." I said, "Are you illiterate? Do you need me to read it to you?" At that time, he was almost at the front of the store. I don't know if he heard me or not, but I said it loud enough where my manager heard me.
Oh shit. Some people are just so stupid, though. I mean, you gotta say something, even if it pisses them off. It's like, what else can you do?
It's supposed to be the bigger person. Don't stoop down to their level, but it's one of those. I like my job, but at the same time, I'm tired of taking shit from the general public.
Mm-hmm.
It's time they get what they give.
Yeah, some people are just so freaking stupid that you can't help but say something.
Sometimes you want to tell them, if you're going to tell my manager, make sure you go do it now. That way I can clock out and follow you out front. But some days it's...
Yeah, I've actually kind of opened my mouth a couple of times at these people and stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna be in trouble. So I like immediately send a message to my supervisor saying, hey, you might be getting a complaint about me because somebody asked me a really stupid question, and I gave them an answer that was even worse. He's like, okay.
That one person, was it a woman, that was talking down on you, then flung or wiped food off in the floor or something?
Yeah, that was a woman. That was the big one where I said, you know what? I'm the guy that cleans up your mess, including that mess that you just made with your food falling off your fork onto your lap that you just casually brushed off onto the fucking floor. After she called me a pile of disgusting filth. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it's your filth that I'm cleaning up.
Yeah. That deal, I probably would have.
She never talked to my supervisor. She never said anything after that.
That deal, I probably would have lost my job. I don't know. I told my manager, I said, I love this job, but I'm at the point where I'll try to watch what I say, but at some point this summer, I'm going to tell a customer what I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my supervisor, he was like, you know what, you can only deal with so much stupidity before you have to say something. And I'm not going to fault you at all. Just try to keep it clean.
Yeah.
Which I have.
Well, me, it's whenever I'm pissed off, I may like using the term, listen here, mother effer, or listen here, you. So I gotta bite
A good word to use instead of using the F word. If you really have to watch using the F word, just call it a fart stick. I found that one to actually be humorous enough to kind of lighten the mood a little bit, and you're not using a bunch of profanity when you have to watch it.
Hey, so Stalker Steve.
You listen here, you fart stick.
Dick lick, ass sniff, shitweed, dickweed.
Fart stick.
I'll have to remember fart stick.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll probably end up saying, listen here, you stick fart. Right on, Stalker Steve. Hopefully.
Yeah, I think my favorite is fart stick. I mean, it's funny, but it gets the point across. Because you say fuck stick, I might get in a little bit of trouble for that. Fart stick, though, my supervisor is probably going to get a chuckle out of it.
Then I gotta be careful not to say, listen here, you old bastard. We get a bunch of grumpy old people that come in. Sometimes I want to ask them, if you're going to be this grumpy on vacation, why go on vacation?
Yeah, no shit.
Listen here, you old bastard. Just because you're on vacation, don't give you the right to be an ass lick.
Yeah.
We don't have that many bad customers, but the few we have are bad enough.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to steal some food, but I don't know what's yours and what's hers.
It's kind of a combination of both. I paid for because she ran out of money and thought she had more money on her card and didn't, so I went ahead and covered the rest. Which sucked, but oh well.
Douche nozzle, that's a good one, Paul.
Douche canoe. Jack wagon.
And what's the channel name? You do smell better. I smell lilacs. Not really, but speaking of lilacs, I didn't see any at the garden department at Lowe's this year.
Jeez.
I like the customers that want to talk to my manager. So what I'll do is walk in the back room and come back and be like, hey, what can we do for you today? Most of them don't find it very funny. But one time I told someone my coworker was my manager. And my coworker was like, "Oh yeah, yeah. I'll have a good talk with him. I'll sit him down in the office and have a good talk with him." I don't know what it is with people with checkbooks not having an ink pen these days.
I don't get people that are still writing checks in 2021.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
Or using coupons.
They're all digital coupons now.
Yeah, I mean, just recently I went to the Walmart and somebody had like a fistful of coupons, and the cashier had to sit there and scan each and every single one of them. There was like 50 of them. And so it's like she already rang up all the groceries and whatever, and then she had to sit there and ring up all the coupons.
Yeah. I don't ever really bother with them unless something I'm buying has a coupon on it. Then I'll rip it off there. But
if it's a manufacturer coupon, I can understand. But the whole thing with those store coupons is just pointless. Just
yeah, because you don't even need the coupons anymore. You got the freaking scanner card thing on your keys that you can use, and it does the same thing. You don't have to scan the freaking coupons anymore.
And there's coupons on, like, for Fred Meyer, which is Kroger. You can go through the app and apply digital coupons to your rewards card, and when you scan the rewards card, those coupons take the discount off the item that the digital coupon goes to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know some people have to have that fistful of coupons and end up holding the line up for even longer. And then they got to write a check. And then balance their fucking checkbook after they write the check.
What is today's date? Do you have a smartphone? Pull it out of your pocket and look, and you'll see that it's April 3rd.
Man, I can't understand people still using cards to pay, for crying out loud. Come on, get with the times.
Yeah, he holds his watch up to the pin pad thing, and the thing scans his freaking watch.
It doesn't matter what kind of pin pad it is. It's new or old. It doesn't have to be the one where it has to be tap to pay. I just have to hold it up to the magnetic head, and it'll take it.
What kind of watch is that?
It's a Samsung Galaxy Gear S3.
Fancy.
Yep. Well, and the newer ones don't, because this one has a thing.
This dude is a total gadget geek.
This one has a thing called MST, which is magnetic secure transaction or something like that. So it works with the magnetic heads, but the newer ones, they took that feature out, which I don't get. So I'm keeping this one for a while.
Or card readers. I like when someone has a card that can do the tap and pay.
Oh, Canadians. I see a lot of Canadians do that with our system. Like our card readers don't do that. It's either chip or magnetic strip. And if you have a card with this thing, if there's a card reader that does both, then I have to hold it at a certain distance so it works with the tap to pay and not the magnetic strip, because if it tries to do both, it'll confuse it. So I have to hold it at a certain distance.
Well, that's fancy.
Yeah, I just use my card. I insert my card into the thingamajiggy, put in my PIN number, and away I go.
don't know. I like paying with cash. Take my change, whatever it is, my dollars, change, stuff it in my shirt pocket. Then when I get home, put it back in my wallet or put it in the safe. I hate the customers that empty out all four of their pockets just to find their dollar or change. Then they have to stand there and put it all back in their pockets.
I think I need another beer.
Didn't you just
I
get
think I
one?
only have 2 beers left after this.
Are you still on that first glass? Right on, Bob means no. That's funny right there. We used to have a dark blue button-up work shirt, and after work we'd go to Walmart to do my shopping. Yeah, I go to Walmart. But people would be like, "Excuse me, where's this or where's that?" And most of the time, I would, if I knew where it was, I'd point them in the right direction. One time, this guy come up to me asking where something was at, and he's like, "Do you even work here?" And I'm like, "What do you need help with?" And he said what he was looking for, and I pointed to the other side of the store. I never told him I worked there. But because of my dark blue shirt, he thought I was a Walmart employee. So I was kind of hoping I would have seen him again. I would have been like, "Oh yeah, I don't work here." But what you was looking for was on this aisle. But you come at me with an attitude, so I sent you in that direction. So
I haven't had that happen to me yet. I mean, my work shirt is the same color as the people's shirts that work at Walmart, but of course I have something else written on it. It doesn't say Walmart on it or anything. It's totally obvious, but probably some people are going to see the color and automatically assume that it's Walmart and not Service Master.
Most of the time, I would even have my work name tag still on, and it would say my job and then my name underneath it. It's like idiots would look right at it and still ask me where something was. Had someone ask me one time if I worked at Best Buy.
Oh, jeez.
I wouldn't. I don't think I'd like that job. I mean, I like technology and stuff, but they're pretty much trained to sell.
Uh-huh.
Someone wants this, sell them this. It costs more. Did you read what Bob Means No said? Said he had a lady at Home Depot the other day, thought he worked there, asked him a question. I told her I'd be right back. I think she waited a while for me to come back. At Lowe's one day, there's this woman that was out there in the garden department looking for construction cloth. Well, she come in, and 2 minutes later, she was up there asking. I was waiting in line to check out, asking the cashier where it was. I've looked everywhere and I cannot find it. I need it so bad. Well, can you tell me where it is? Can you take me to it? She didn't look everywhere. She was just there for 2 minutes.
Yeah, some people do that.
She went up to, they can't leave the registers there. She went up to another employee. She would not help me. She's not very helpful at all. I can't find this anywhere. Anyways, she got on her, I guess it was her phone, and looked on the app to see what aisle it was, and come to find out it was inside.
Yeah, some people, they cannot leave their register or leave their station to help you go find something.
Yeah. Especially at Lowe's, this was the garden department, and she was the only, if there's only one out there at a register, she can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
The other ones aren't supposed to either, but as long as one person is at a register and they don't take too long away from it, they can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when we're busy at work, the boss wants us at our registers, but wants us to help people on the floor too. It's like, all right, we can't do both at the same time. But as long as one person's working a register,
yeah.
We started selling Gerber knives again this year, and they've been doing pretty good. Gerber's starting to get their name back after Bear Grylls run it in the dirt.
What'd you put on it?
That ham that was in there, it's like sell by like the beginning of March. I smelled it. It smelled fine. So.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Should be fine then.
I'm hungry.
You smelled the roommate's ham. What? Oh. Ham sandwich sounds good. I scarfed down some Chinese food before I put up the live stream. Still got 2 of these to snack on. Some, what are they called? Crab rangoon? Rangoon, whatever they're called.
No, that's like Vietnamese and Thai.
Well, they're actually just the, I'd call them wontons. They don't have the actual crab meat in them. Showing 6 people out there watching. Are y'all awake? Rise and shine.
Yeah, you usually have a couple other people on panel here.
Yeah. Mike, the one that usually does the Friday night chat, Mike DeLucia, he had a coyote hunt he was going on. And Gunpowder Beauty, her husband works in the morning, so she couldn't come on. And
whiny little shit.
Stalker Steve and Amanda is probably having phone sex.
By text or talking?
Both.
I imagine she probably has her. Well, I don't know. Was she? I don't know if she was traveling alone or not. If she's alone, she's probably got it on car speakerphone.
Or has the phone set on vibrate and stuffed down her shorts.
Right on, Ba.
Wing Day! Hey! Yeah. She's already gotten used to the roommate being here. She goes over into her room and stuff and hangs out.
Roommate have any animals?
No, just me.
Yeah.
You're the roommate's animal?
You're the animal?
Yeah, I'm the animal.
Bark at her door when she's trying to sleep.
Yeah, I should put my fursuit on and walk in there.
Knock at the door, and when she opens it, start barking.
Well, I'm a raccoon, so I don't bark.
Oh. For some reason, thought you had a dog one.
Nah.
Or whatever they're called. I guess you could always, you know, the noise raccoons make.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Smacking them with a 2x4 when they're in the dumpster. I mean, I've never done that. If you ever go to, at least around here, like all the state park campgrounds, most of the time they have like a 2x6 on the side of the dumpsters to let all the coons out when they get in there. Nothing like shining a flashlight into a dumpster and got 30 sets of eyes staring back at you.
Yeah.
Threw our 2 trash bags in there, shut it, and ran like heck. Quite a few videos were uploaded today. So what are we taking for lunch tomorrow? Or are you taking lunch with you?
I don't know.
Whatever we find at the store on our way in.
Yeah.
Well,
and I got some White Claw for the hike itself. I used to bring beer, but the only problem is when it's with beer, even if you can keep it cold, it still goes flat when it's bouncing around in the backpack.
yeah.
So I got these White Claws, and they actually stay fresh. They don't go flat.
Well, means no says those aren't my Cheeto fingerprints on the beanbag. I thought about
But
doing
yeah, we're probably going to get all our food in the morning on our way up there. And I'm almost out of beer, so I might need to be going to bed soon.
don't let me keep you up. Bob means no says White Claws, white girl wasted.
Hey, well, yeah, you can say whatever you want about White Claw. It doesn't go flat when it's bouncing around in the backpack. And it'll get you a good buzz.
I never had White Claw. I remember going to parties years ago when I was younger, drinking Smirnoffs and those what are they? Like the strawberry daiquiris and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Drink one after the other. It's like, how do people get drunk off these?
What's up, Chamomilian?
Hey, Chamomilian. How you doing, Camo?
Wingnut. Hey, Wingnut.
How long of a hike is that hike you're going on?
Fuck, I don't know. It'll be a few miles, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And hopefully get some good footage of the waterfalls and stuff. I guess the upper falls are like it's like a 200 some odd foot drop.
Nice.
So that should be pretty cool.
In Washington state parks you have to have like special permission to fly a drone. So I'm gonna be taking my drone there.
You didn't bring your drone?
I have my drone.
Oh.
I did bring it, but I'm not bringing it to the falls.
Oh.
Because it's a state park.
Oh, okay.
The Washington has these rules for their state parks. You have to have special permission, and there's like I want to say like a 90-day or something process. I don't know. It's stupid.
Our state park, the closest one to me, a guy does drone videos, and he said he can't take flight or land the drone in the state park, but he can start on any property, that he's allowed on, next to it and fly over it.
Huh.
But if he was to take off in the park or land in the park, he could be fined.
Oh, wow.
Right on, Camo Million. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Hope you're still hiking and fishing.
To Lord Hill.
Bombing Snow said 6-pack hike or 12-pack.
So many times though.
Yeah, I've already.
Even though we haven't been on all the trails in that park, it's like the places that you can launch your drone. We've been to those places quite a few times. And then there's Limekiln, but there's so many trees around there that you wouldn't be able to fly your drone very easily. Unless we got up to the end of it where the river is, you could probably fly your drone around the corner and get shots of the old bridge and stuff.
Yeah.
But last time I was up there, there was a whole bunch of new down trees and a bunch of other trees that were leaning up against other trees that are pretty much widow makers.
Looks like it would be worth hiking to, if I'm looking at the right thing.
Wallace Falls, that's a good one. I don't think that's a state park.
It is.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't be able to fly your drone anyway there. Oh, shit, that sucks.
Oh, the state park. You have a Discover Pass, don't you?
Shit. Is it still good? I had a Discover Pass. I don't know if it's still good. Fuck, do I have to buy another one tomorrow? Shit.
Hopefully they have like a kiosk there that you can just buy like a day pass or something, like they do at the John Wayne Trail.
Mm-hmm.
Just like,
oh yeah, that's another one we should do again. The Snoqualmie Tunnel. Yeah. But hike in a little bit further on the trail. Just like after we do the tunnel, just keep going down the trail.
The pass is available to purchase at the visitor booth at the entrance to the trail. And day pass is $10.
Jeez.
Annual is $30.
Yeah, annual is $30. It's more worth it to get the annual one because then you can go up there multiple times whenever you want. But it's like $10 just to go there one day. Jeez.
Yeah. You can get a Missouri resident. You can get a 1-day fishing license for $8, or for the year for $12.
Over here, it's like if you're a visitor and you want to get a fishing license, you can get a 3-day license for I think it was $27, and it's the same price to get a full year one if you're a resident.
Yeah, out of state for 3 days here is $24.
Freshwater only.
Or for the year is $49.
Yeah,
if you want to fish for trout.
It's still a separate license that you have to add on to it, pay more and add on to it to be able to do a river salmon.
Yeah.
And then there's another license that you can add on to that if you want to do saltwater.
Yeah, it's $10 more if you want to do trout.
That's true.
It's $10 more here if you want to do trout fishing.
Jeez. Just a regular fishing license, we go after trout here. And that's like the main fish here, that and salmon.
Yeah.
And then there's the
trout or
widemouth bass. You can catch those all day.
Trout are naturally they reproduce in the wild up there, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Well, there's farmed trout and then the natural trout. And it's like you don't need a special license for those. It's just a basic freshwater license.
Yeah, from Missouri, they got to be raised in a hatchery. Then
yeah,
they're
we got the hatchery trout
and
the natural trout. And even the hatchery trout will start breeding too. and add to the population and stuff. But yeah, most all the lakes around here are pretty much trout, rainbow trout.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go fishing for them all the time and catch a few trout, take them home, eat them. That's the other thing. When I go fishing or hunting, I'm not going to kill something unless I intend to eat it.
Yeah. People ask me at work, well, how do you fillet a trout? About the same as any other fish.
Yeah.
You got a smartphone? Well, yeah. All right, get on there, get on YouTube, and type in how to fillet a trout.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I think I'm gonna be on my last beer.
I mean, a lot of people learn better with having a visual.
That's how I learn. I have to. Well, the way I learned, I'll try it and fuck it up, and then I'll have to see how it's done, then try again.
It's past your bedtime, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skylark's probably missing her Casey.
Wingnut. What a little shithead.
She's a little shit.
But yeah, anyway, I'm on my last beer. Should probably hit the sack here pretty soon. Or eventually. What time is it?
10:30.
Shit,
10:30.
Huh.
Feels later.
Yeah, it does.
I think I'm about to call it a night here pretty soon.
Yeah.
2.5 hours or a little bit past it. First 30 minutes or so is me going on and on.
But thinking try to catch up on some YouTube videos and then
yeah, I've got a couple to watch.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably go to bed. That way I can get up way too early and wonder why I went to bed so early. I like to get up an hour and a half before I have to be up. That way I can wake up and watch a couple videos before I have to get ready for work.
There you go.
I mean, by the end of summertime, I'll probably be sleeping until I absolutely have to get up, then get up.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for having us up on panel.
Thanks for coming by. If y'all didn't come by, I probably would have closed down an hour ago.
No.
But
well, awesome.
Thanks everyone for coming out tonight, and hope you're having a good one. Bye for now.